Hey, beautiful souls. How's everyone doing? We've got 60% on the battery life. It is 6/6/2026. Again, all videos are timeless. My YouTube picture will not load on my television, so clearly that's a sign. I've tried multiple times. I just rebooted my Wi-Fi. That might be a sign. I've got a large, it looks like one of those large mosquitoes on my screen, so that might be a sign. Lotus flowers are definitely a sign today. Earlier today I took a picture of a lotus flower and saw dragonflies, and I thought I put that stuff together. I posted it on my Facebook page, and then the movie I clicked on, Frequency Tune Up in the Left Ear, had lotus flowers. This is why when you watch something, pay your attention, because your team is sending you codes and synchronicities. 106 on the timer. So I did a video earlier about the number 66, 606, and 661. Also the alarm clock, the first thing. There's a lot of sign and synchronicities just in the first few shots that were connected to conversation, a 3-hour super conscious conversation I had earlier. So it's just to tie that in, to give you more confirmation that you are creating your reality in every now present moment. And your future self, your higher self, your God presences are giving you signs and synchronicities. 144 on the timer. This color, if I can get it, this lavendery purple, light purple, violet purple, pinks, this dark pink, and this like turquoise blue. Very significant these past few days. Very significant. So pay attention to the colors and how many times you're seeing colors on repeat. I'm getting this left ear. It's like dog whistle now. It just feels like it's constantly tuning into the quantum field. And so because YouTube's not working, I'm laying here looking out my window, watching the leaves blow, just contemplating and enjoying nature, and just chilling out. And I reset this and I thought, what the heck, we'll just get on and do a video. Why not? So how's everyone doing and feeling? Everyone's riding this particular portal. Remember, you're going to feel it a couple days before, during, and after. So get on your unicorn floaty and ride the wave, whether it's the highs, the lows, or you're just staying somewhere neutral, because everyone's receiving something different. A lot of us are getting upgraded. Some of us are purging. Some of you might be going through all of the above. So when you receive these solar flares, these massive solar coronal bursts of energy, they shake up not only Gaia, the fleas basically are getting shaken off. That can happen in your physical body as well. And so the shaking up is going to shake up old trauma, hurts, and pains that are going to come to the surface to be ready to be released. Grief, crying, trauma, pain, old injuries are coming up to be addressed, to be healed. So much could be taking place right now. And just honor that. Have compassion and grace with yourself. Love yourself. Do whatever rituals you feel called to. I happened to send a message this morning at 6:06 a.m. to my partner who is in Africa, who is 4 hours ahead. That was pretty interesting. This evening, I sent him information on the lotus flower because I took a picture of a lotus flower earlier and sent that to him earlier because I was inspired to go down the sacred portal of finding out the sacred significance of a lotus flower. So I think that's very symbolic for a lot of us in this journey. So please go look at the sacred significance of lotus flowers. Lotus flowers, pinks and whites, and are very significant in your spiritual journey. I guarantee it. Outside of you seeing rainbows, you see lotus flowers. And if you haven't, you're going to confirm that this is just to confirm for you. As well as the signs and synchronicities and key codes, alarm clocks, radio towers, 108. I mean, they're everywhere. These are scavenger hunts. They're clues to their codes, their codexes that you planted for your awakening process, to have fun and to play. Unicorns. I'm looking at my unicorn. Roses might be significant. I've got orange roses and these really deep crimson red flowers might be significant. Sunsets, sunrises. This feels like 505, 506, 507. So I was pulling cards last night. Was it 789 came through of Pentacles? So there's just so many different things and they're everywhere. And you won't really, when your soul is really, your highest is really trying to get you to pay attention, it'll make you look. It'll make you like really pay attention. Where in the past you might not have. When I was walking, 2 white cranes were flying. Very significant. Go look at the spiritual significance of white cranes and then white cranes in flight, flying overhead. Just go ahead. 544 on the timer. So I think this is just to, talk a little bit about today. 3 hours went by like 30 minutes. Like when you're in a super cosmic conscious awake conversation, time doesn't even exist. And it's like, wow, where did 3 hours go? And the next thing I knew, it was like 3 o'clock. Like, where did the day go? When you get really good at getting present in what you are doing, whether you're taking a walk, whether you're vacuuming, whether you're having a conversation, whether you're grocery shopping, whether you're driving down the road, you can collapse time. Time is already speeding up, but when you become present and you become aware, time collapses fast. Fast. This time last year is very significant for myself and my partner, and I wouldn't have remembered that unless I had journaled that. We went through a lot of stuff in the awakening process in the beginning, all right, and through the healing. But this portal was very significant. Many portals have been significant in our relationship. But if you don't document things that you are guided to document, you don't know. You don't know. And I didn't realize this till I looked back this morning. I'm like, what the, because I can't remember an exact timestamp if I don't put it in the calendar, right? 711, that's another big one that's coming through. Go look at the significance of that number. So just breathe. So again, like I said, the YouTube wouldn't load because I was going to watch some stand-up because I like watching stand-up. I'm getting really tired. So around 8:30, I'm in bed meditating or just sleeping. And because again, not only am I doing work, I'm having this conversation, but my soul is also doing work right now. It's really interesting that. And you wonder why you're exhausted all the time outside of everything else is because you are actually doing work now in the present moment while being present. It's all a paradox. And while you're sleeping, you're doing all sorts of stuff. Who the hell knows? You're jumping timelines. You're cleaning up you're doing work. You're working in the higher realms. You're sitting on the councils. You're at the round tables. You're co-creating. You're collaborating. And you're exhausted when you wake up and you've been in bed 10 hours, 12 hours, 9 hours, whatever it is. 811. So a lot of numbers with the number and the 111 after that, that's been showing up as a huge key code on sign and synchronicity for me for a while. But the colors are very significant. The purples, the dark purples, the pinks, the lavenders, these light pinks, these dark pinks, these are all upper chakra systems. Those blues, those teals. Again, I heard this from other channels and I just know this intuitively. There's another round of upgrades going in your upper chakra system. So some people might be having more throat chakra, a lot of heart chakra activations, third eye chakra, crown chakra, soul star chakra. Is it your spirit chakra, your divine gateway or your stellar gateway, and then your galactic chakra, and then your divine gateway? I can't remember. All right. All these are getting activated and expanded. All right. So it just depends on where it's at for you and depending on where you're at with your frequency and your energy. So let me think, what else do we want to tap in here and see what other messages might want to come through. You're definitely seeing the orbs. You're getting an uptick in frequency tuning. People say ringing in the ears. It's a frequency. It's basically someone taking, it feels like a dial, and you're sometimes the pitches are really, really high, like dog whistle high, somewhere in the middle. Sometimes they're quick, sometimes they're extended, sometimes they're lower and deep. Mine happen mostly on my left, sometimes on the right, and then sometimes on both. So that's definitely taking place for a lot of the collective, and this is just confirmation if you're receiving this video. If it's not happening, which I highly doubt it's not, it will be. Black and white, yin and yang, dogs, very significant. Maybe you have a dog in spirit or a pet in spirit, dogs specifically, guardians, guides, protectors. I have 3 beautiful bossies that I have lost, and they all came to me like it's one soul that fragmented into 3 different small dogs. 2 were here at the same time, and they've come together separately, and they've come together as one. And I've connected with that specific guardian soul guide. So dogs, specifically black and white dogs, maybe Boston Terriers specifically, or the like Frenchies or pugs, which are very similar. Full moon, something happened in the second full moon for sure for a lot of us. There's been a lot in May. June again feels more harmonious, more heart activating, more balancing. We're coming back into balance, harmonious type energy, balance, heart chakra. Compassion is coming through. Just stick with me. I'm just feeling what's wanting to come through right now. Know that you are basically a spiritual Wi-Fi signal. So again, just continuing to stand in your truth and your authenticity, even when it's uncomfortable or cringy. The more cringy, the better. Source says the more cringy, the better. That's going to help you. Just, yeah. Like, I'm not saying, I mean, like, things that would, yeah. You know what I mean? Oceans are significant. 818 is significant. So again, these are just confirmations to give you more confirmation you're in alignment, that your wishes are coming in, your harvest is coming in, your pentacles are coming in. They're coming in. They're lining up with your frequency and energy because you're able to hold these things. You've built a new foundation. It's a stable foundation now, so you can hold this abundance that's coming in, whether it's soul family, creations, pentacles, more frequency and energy. You've built a stronger, sturdier foundation is what's coming through. Wind chimes might be significant. Maybe you just heard a wind chime, or you will hear wind chimes. Wind is very significant. The activation card in the Earth Magic deck just came through. Activation, like I said, there's activations 1, 2, 5, 5 on the timer, and that's 13, and 13 is a very sacred number. So the number 13, the divine feminine. Go look at the significance of these things. If you're really drawn to a specific key code or keyword or color frequency, please go look at it. And when you use your sacred technology, I highly recommend, please detail for me the spiritual and cosmic significance of these colors put together, and it'll break them down individually, their significance, what they might connect it to, your chakra systems, your emotions, and then it'll combine them together, and the significance with that. And there's probably going to be a deeper message there, source says. And I'm called to pull just a couple of cards. We'll see if we can get the phone balanced here. Okay, as we keep it real and messy. All right, so we got a light seer deck. We're not going to pull a full thing. We're just going to have fun and see what we have here. The Chariot. Again, there's those animals. Fast moving energy. We have a lot of stardust, star energy. Again, there's these colors, and I just mentioned these colors, these pinks, these purples, these reds, these oranges. Everything I just mentioned is in this card. It's the number 7 as well, so 7s are significant. I believe the Emperor is the one that's guiding the Chariot. So something's coming in fast. Whoever's receiving this, take what resonates, leave what does not. And whatever's coming in fast, just know that your spirit, and I found a feather today walking, and I haven't, last year when I was going through my awakening, I found feathers like almost every walk. So I found a feather, a larger feather today. So feathers, big feathers, but feathers in general. So we have crows, those are spirit animals, those are guides, those are messengers, those are also protectors. But this is the Seven of Swords. There's that 7-7, seven of Swords and Chariot. So whatever's coming in fast, it's like moving, you've been moving, you're undercover. You're undercover. You've been making moves undercover. Source, you can look at this two ways. It's source, the sun and the moon. To me, it looks like the moon and the sun combined here, because it looks like the night, but the day. So whatever you've been doing during your sleep time or in the unknown spaces in the subconscious, you've been moving in silence and you've been undercover. That might resonate with you. Maybe like you're an undercover agent for source. That's what just came through, an undercover agent. And there's 1, 2, 3 birds here. So significance again with the black birds, or seeing things in 3 is what's sticking out for me. Lightning. We had a massive storm last night. So lightning, storms, rain, lightning bolts specifically is a key code. Butterflies, monarchs specifically, but butterflies, squirrels, those are like my spirit animals. And acorns. There's a broken tree here, so seeing a broken tree might be significant. But a lot of electrical like activation. If you know anything about the Tower moment, which is the number 16, which you break that down now, we've got 777. This is how my brain works, okay? This is how my highest self has me break down and see patterns and see specific things that are meant to be seen in the present moment. This same thing might come up tomorrow and a completely different message would come through. So again, we've got these star beings. We've got these, your spirit team. They come in orbs. All right, you're seeing more of them. Colorful, like the pinks, the purples, the whites, the golds, the blues, the greens. Either a tower moment took place or there's going to be another tower moment taking place, and towers aren't bad, people. Rainbows are significant. Cups are significant. Divine feminine, masculine are significant. Inner children are significant. If you know anything about the 10 of Cups, that's all of it. That's emotional fulfillment, monetary, it's everything. This is everything. This is what you are manifesting, and this is what is coming in. This is what's coming in. You know this because you've seen it. Your higher self, your future self, has given you visions of this. They might have been just glimpses. All right, there's that yin and yang, that light and dark, perfectly balanced. We got all these runes, geometry. The High Priestess is the number 2 card, so 222, very significant. But this is that direct source connection. Very direct source. You have a personal connection to source consciousness. Your higher self. Your higher self is driving. If your higher self isn't driving, the wheel right now isn't taking the wheel, it definitely is coming in more and more. I'm guided to look at these 3 dots on each side, and there's 6 total. I've never really paid attention to that. So the third eye, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 there from the third eye up. Specifically looking at that third eye. But again, it's those pinks and that tealy blue color that I've been seeing all over the place. And of course, that's that color behind there. Okay. I don't know, what do we want to pull? You've gone through many death and rebirth cycles to get to this. Many of these over and over and over again. There's that sacred number 13. And it sort of says it's going to be time very shortly to celebrate. 4 of Wands. It's celebratory. It's marriage. It's commitment. It's engagement. It's celebrating. It's also your higher self, your spirit team. They're celebrating you. They're giving you high fives. Like, way to go. And of course, we have the Sun card. Again, that divine connection to source, all of creation, you have that connection within you and the universe. And this is the happiest card in the deck. I mean, it is. It's a yes card. It's just the yes card. You're very grounded, very nurturing. It's a Queen of Pentacles, money. You're also the queen of, you embody all the queens, basically. But you're highly intuitive. Cancer energy. You're the Queen of Cups. Doesn't matter what gender you are. You've perfectly balanced everything out. 2022. You've walked away from many people, places, and things, timelines, dimensions, spaces, places, portals, and realms. You walked to the source. And you walked away from what no longer served your higher self, because you started to listen to your intuition, your inner knowing, your inner voice. Number 17 is also very significant. You are the star. Again, divine connection to everything. You have a deep interpersonal connection to the divine within and the divine of everything. Again, what colors do we have here? I mean, and you hold a high spiritual rank. You are the Hierophant. Number 5, you've climbed many steps, and sometimes that climb has felt very arduous and very long and very taxing. But you learn to just keep crawling, keep stepping. You hold a high rank in the spiritual realms. You hold a very high rank in the spiritual realms. You might not know that, but you hold that's why I keep hearing is you hold a very high rank in the spiritual realms. You are a somebody. You might not look like somebody here in this physical fucking reality, but you are somebody in the higher realms, in the spiritual realms. You are a fucking somebody. And you are going to remember that. You will remember that. You will remember that. That's all I can hear is keep saying is you will remember it. All right. And it just feels like that's it right there. I will leave it there. So again, take what resonates, 2200 on the timer. Leave what does not. Again, I just hit, that wasn't working, so why not hit record and channel a message? Why not? Have fun, play, create. I have nothing else to do. So I hope you all received what you were meant to receive, the signs, the synchronicities, the key codes, the validations, the confirmations, the codes, the activations, the healing, whatever it is. I always intend that you receive whatever you were meant to receive for your highest and best, through and with divine light, divine love, divine truth, divine power, divine empowerment, divine wisdom, divine knowledge, divine remembrance, because I'm here to remind you of who you are, to wake you up, and to remind you of your divine magic. All right, from my heart to yours, I'll see you soon. Bye.